Hello. Hello. How's it going? Hope y'all are doing well. Hey, Amanda. How's it going? We're gonna be doing some card pulls. We're gonna be hanging out for a little bit. I have not streamed for a while, doing any card pulls or anything like that, so I thought, hey, let's go ahead and do this. Let's hang out for a little bit. What's going on in your world? How's everybody doing? There's a lot going on in my world. I'm very stressed to see all of this on my face. It's from stress. But that's how it is. Some days you look like a rock star, some days you don't. Some days you feel like a rock star, some days you don't. I'm sick. Oh no, Amanda. What's going on? Do you have allergies? There's a lot of allergy stuff going on in my household right now, with the weather changing and everything. I hope you feel better soon. Let's talk a little bit about what I've been up to. I have been resting a lot and creating pendulums and wrapping crystals, and I finished my card deck. I sent it to print yesterday, and it was the most emotional I have been in a very long time about something I've created. It was highly emotional. I had been wanting to create a card deck for so long. Stomach issues, but it's slowly getting better. Glad it's getting better. I had been wanting to create a deck for so long, and to actually take that idea from my head, put it out, and then send it to print was just, it blew my mind yesterday when I was sending it to print. And then once it gets here in my hands, I'm probably going to be like this horrible bawling mess. But anyway, if you are new here, my name is Angela Marie, the Vibrational Alchemist. I'm also known as Angela Whispers. I create content on several different platforms. I do ASMR, as well as oracle readings, intuitive insight, psychic questions, things of that nature. I also do energy work, guided meditations, and activations. Today we're just going to pull some cards, so if you'd like a card, if you have a specific request, if you have a specific answer you're looking for, situation you want to inquire on, or if you would just like a general reading, just go ahead and let me know. I'll be sharing the deck once it comes out. I'm trying to create a journal to go with it, because it's not going to have any it's not gonna have a little booklet with it, because it's just basically like affirmation cards. And so yeah. Oh, I also have a class coming up next Wednesday, the 22nd. It's $55. It is for third eye activation, clearing, and exercises. I'm going to teach you a couple of different things to do to help you exercise your third eye, as well as help you get that confirmation that you have a third eye. A lot of people don't think they have a third eye. They don't think it's working. They don't, a lot of different questions around it. So we're going to go into that. It tells me I don't have anybody watching, so I don't see any. I don't see any. Ah, there it is. I was like, I don't see any comments. I don't see any comments. There they are. There's the comments. Okay. Let's see. I haven't used that in a while. Okay, anyway. Let's go ahead and do a reading for Amanda. Amanda. What does Amanda need to know right now? I hope that you get better soon, Amanda. How are things going otherwise? How are things going otherwise besides being sick? How's your relationship going? All right, let's see. What do we got for Amanda? There's some challenges. Challenges. You are kind of feeling worn out. And things are not working out for you. It looks like you're being put in a position where you feel very vulnerable, and so almost as if you're being exposed. That's kind of a hard place to be in. It also kind of feels as though you are not really you're not really enjoying a lot of things right now. You're not overly excited anymore. You've kind of hit like a stagnation point. Because there's been some challenges and there's been a disconnect when it comes to communication. So hopefully you're communicating your needs, your wants, your desires. Hopefully you're communicating what it is that is keeping you in this state of anxiety. I feel a lot of anxiety. It's like things are not really lining up the way you thought they were going to line up. And so it's kind of been challenging. And you are in this stagnant part of either your relationship or just in general. So what I would ask you to do is to try to bring in more fun, bring in more joy, to step back and look at the bigger picture of things. What is this situation trying to tell you? What is this situation trying to teach you? Is there something that, you need to look at in order to communicate what it is that you're wanting? Because you're not getting what you want. And it's very frustrating for you. And that happens sometimes. It happens where we don't know how to communicate, or we haven't communicated exactly what we want. And so when someone else, the other person, our job, our, friendship, whatever, doesn't come and meet that expectation, it can be very frustrating. So the best thing to do is to communicate those frustrations in a loving manner and say, hey, I'm not really feeling this or that, or I don't really agree with this or that, or I'd like to have more of, XYZ, whatever it is you're struggling with, whatever it is you're not getting. You need to be more communicative about it. So, Nita, what did you just want me to do a general for you, or let me see. Don't see anything from Facebook. Let me turn this down. It's gonna be super loud and I don't want to hear myself super loud. Hello? Go down. There we go. Just a general. Okay. Perfect. All right. Let's go ahead and look at Nita. what does Nita need to know right now? And anyone else, if you're watching, it doesn't tell me if anybody's watching. So if you're there, hi, hello, I love you. Thanks for being here. If you'd like a card or you have a question, just go ahead and put that in the comments and hopefully I will see it. Let's see. What does Nita need to know right now? I'm in a long distance situation, so there's a lot of frustration surrounding that for sure. Just make sure that you're communicating your needs. Just make sure that you're communicating, like for me, it would be, I would like to have communication at least one time a day. Like, I would like to have some type of communication at least one time a day. Another thing would be, I'd like a face-to-face, at least over like Skype or whatever, FaceTime or whatever, at least once a week. Like, just make sure you're putting out there what it is. Or, I need more time. I don't want to have so many messages, or, whatever it is. I'm a physical touch person, so long distance relationships are hard for me. Nita. Okay. So, Nita, I get this disempowering feeling. I get this feeling that you feel disempowered right now. I want you to know that you have everything you need to be able to create whatever it is that you desire. Everything is within you to be able to create whatever it is that you desire. A relationship, a job, finances, whatever it is. Safety, security. You have everything you need within you, and you're feeling as though you don't. You're really trying to manifest something. If you haven't already started to see little bits and pieces of it manifesting, I see it coming to fruition in 2 months. 2 months. But you need to find balance. You need to find balance in how you're creating this. Obsession is not a good thing. When we're focused solely on one thing and we obsess over it, then that's where it's really easy for something to come in and sweep us off our feet. One little thing will come in and sweep us off our feet, and we think the whole thing has gone to garbage because we've been obsessing over it. And I feel like that's what you've been doing, is you've been obsessing. Oh, my ears are popping. I really feel like there is some advice or information that someone's trying to give you, and you're just like la 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 la. You don't want to hear anybody else's input. I don't know if it's a partner, because I see like 2 people. So I don't know if it's a partner or if it's someone that is close to you, but you're kind of like, la, 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 I don't want to hear it. And I get it, we don't want other people's input because sometimes their input will take us off of what we're focusing on. But there has to be the balance. There has to be a balance, to the solution. I see the 2 coming together. So it's like, you don't have to do what other people say, but taking their input and going by, like, weeding out what's not for you and taking what resonates for you and looking at the whole big picture. A lot of the times we are focused on something, and we are so focused on it, and we're, whatever it is we're creating, like, for example, I'll give you, I've been creating a deck of cards. And so I've been working on this. I look at it every time I'm working on it. I've been working on it diligently for a very long time. And so little things like words that are not spelled correctly, or how this image isn't lined up. I wasn't able to see those things. So I sent them to my sister and another friend, and they were able to see what I couldn't see. So sometimes when people are offering advice, they can see things that we don't see, and it's very beneficial for us. Don't let somebody tell you what to do, and don't shut everyone else out so that you're not getting that input. There's also something coming up about owning your divinity, owning who you are as a divine creature, owning who you are as the magician, as the creator being. That disempowered feeling that comes up. I don't know if it's a type of imposter syndrome that you're going through, but I want to reassure you that you have everything that you need to be able to create what you want. Something's coming up around resentment. I don't know if you resent someone that's trying to give you some information or something like that, but there's some resentment there that needs to be looked at. All right. Anyone else? Let me see if there's anyone else. Amber. Let's see. My phone is beeping. Hey, Karen. How's it going? How are you? I hope you're doing well. All right, Amber. What does Amber need to know right now? If you would like a card or have a specific question, please put that in the comments. And I'll get to you. Let's see. What does Amber need to know right now? Very well, thank you. I'm glad you're doing well. A lot of people are struggling right now, and I'm glad that you are able to say that you're doing very well. I'm doing fantastic. I've been really emotional. I've been really emotional the last 2 days, kind of wrapping up everything that I am going to do for my class that's coming up next week, and then also getting my cards to print. It was super emotional. All right, Amber. Oh, whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Oh, Amber, it looks like you're not going through a very good situation right now. Some stuff from the past has come up, and it's really bringing up a lot of things for you. There's some stuff that's come up from the past, and it's like right in your face, and it's bringing up a lot of things. It's bringing up a lot of emotion. It's bringing up a lot that needs to be released, but you're holding on to it. The thing I want to let you know is that forgiveness isn't about, it's not about the other person. It's about us. It's not about, giving them a pass because of what they did. Forgiveness is about us. It's about us being able to let go of the situation. It's about us being able to process all of the situation. That's what forgiveness is. It's so that we don't get poisoned within ourselves, and so that we can release what needs to be released. You're holding on to it. You're like, I'm not letting this shit go. I'm not going to forget what happened. I'm not going to, that it was not okay. And I get it. I totally get it. But it would benefit you to release that, there's a lot of judgment. I think that you hold on to it so that you don't fall back into something like it, because you judge yourself for what happened in the situation. We do that a lot. We blame ourselves, we judge ourselves, but it's okay to have fucked up something in the past. It's okay to have, as long as we learn from things, they won't become cyclical. If you're holding on to it and won't release it, then you're going to attract more lessons to be able to release it. We don't want that. We want to release that. We want to move forward from that. We want to let go of it. We won't forget about it, and we'll be able to recognize the pattern because it's something that we grew from. As long as we grow through it and we grow from it, my best friend Toy has this beautiful thing. She's always saying we're growing through it, and it really is. In the midst of things, we're growing through that. And what you need to do is you need to grow through it. You need to release it, and you need to let go of the fear that you're going to keep repeating that, because you tell yourself this story over and over and over, and you trigger yourself with this story. Release that story. Renew that story. It's okay to review things, but let go of that. All of that you're carrying, it's so much. It's so heavy. All the anger, all of the resentment, all of it. And the thing is, it's not towards that situation. It's towards yourself. Forgive yourself. Sometimes we fuck shit up, dude. Sometimes we do. Sometimes we fuck shit up multiple times. Sometimes, and it's okay. As long as we are recognizing that and growing through it, Sometimes I recognize it right before I'm about to get back in it. I'm like, oh wait, this is part of my pattern. This is part of a cycle. I need to shift from this. But if you're always holding on to it and always reminding yourself about it, and always like damning yourself and condemning yourself and beating yourself up about it, then it's hard to move past it. And you want to move past it. You don't want to just, you want to move past it. You want to forgive yourself. You want to love yourself. You want to love that part of yourself that wants to keep you safe and keeps reminding you of that. There was a situation that I had, and parts of, I would get really close to being successful about something, and then parts of myself would sabotage it because I still had this fear around things, because once before when I was successful, I had this and this and this happen. So I had this part of me that would always try to protect me and remind me of it. So I had to sit down and have a conversation with that part and be like, hey, it's okay. We're going to make it through this. You don't have to protect me anymore. We don't have to sabotage this. We can go through it. We can trust again. We can trust ourselves that we're making the right decisions. It was a process. So that's what I got for you. Let's see. Karen Jones. You're welcome. Karen Jones. All right. Anyone else? If there's anyone else that would like a card, let me know, or if you have a specific question. Karen Jones, let's see. What does Karen Jones need to know right now? What does Karen Jones need to know right now? Do y'all hear my gerbil in the background? She's eating something back there and scratching it with her fingernails, and I can hear the scratching. Let's see. Karen Jones. Bum, 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 bum. What does Karen need to know right now? How can Karen improve this situation? She needs to know right now. Okay. Grounding. Yeah, I can hear it, yeah. Yeah, she's over there digging something, eating. She's eating something. At least she's not eating the paper towel. She likes to eat paper towel rolls. And she's not eating it right now. But it would be like really loud. Okay. So the first thing I get for you, Karen Jones, is you need to ground. You're like, your emotions are like all over the place. It looks like you're going through some really, you're going through some sadness. You're going through some stagnation. You're going through feeling like things are not working out. You're going through, it's almost as though you keep, every time you pick up the phone, they're showing me like every time you pick up the phone, every time you look at your phone, every time there's like some bad news coming through. There's like you feel overwhelmed by all of the chaos, all of the bad news that's coming through. Every time you feel like, oh yeah, there's something really great to focus on, something comes and steals that away from you. There's a really heavy sadness around you. It's almost as though you make plans and they don't work out how you think they're going to work out. And you're just tired of being sad. You're just tired of the sadness. It's almost like, I want the sadness to go away. Ground yourself. You have so many mixed emotions and so many things going on. I feel like you really need to center and ground yourself. See, I don't know, it's almost like you have lost hope. It's almost as though you have lost hope. And you need to find joy. You need to find hope. You need to, it's really, you're stuck in this really deep cycle of victim mentality, and it's like almost hard to get out of it. It's very, very heavy. Everything, like, I keep hearing everything that I want gets taken away from me. Everything that's good just blows up. Everything I touch turns to shit. Like, you're so condemning and so down on yourself. Reprogramming that mindset. Working on loving yourself. Stepping back and just really every time I talk to you, your people want to come through. Like, I don't even know what it is because I don't even do mediumship stuff. You need to find joy again. You need to find hope again. You need to process and grieve and allow yourself grievance. There are so many stages of grief, and you're just you're processing all of the stuff that has been happening to you over the last 5 years. And when a parent plays one against another, it's wrong. That's very true. One thing that I have learned being a single parent is that you don't have to tell your children about the other parent. You don't have to tell them anything bad about the other parent, because they will find that out themselves. They will find that out by the parent not being in their life. They will find that out by the broken promises the parent makes. They will find that out. And who knows, maybe the other parent will step up and grow up one day, and they'll find that out themselves. You don't have to ever tell your children or a child about how awful the other parent is. It's really not healthy at all. Yeah, it's really not healthy at all. My dad used to do that all the time about my mother, and it was like, we can see that she has abandoned. We can see that she doesn't know how to love. We can see that she doesn't care about us. We can see all that. We don't need you to tell us. It became so bad to where my dad blamed every single thing on my mother. When I was growing up, they blamed everything on me. And then as we got older, everything was blamed on my mother. It was like, well, this is all insert her name's fault, and it was everything. Every single thing was her fault. And it was like, you don't have to say that to us. We already know her faults. We already know how she is. We don't need reminded of that by you. So when I was raising my kid, and as I'm raising my kids, I don't do that. I have not spoken bad about, in front of my children, I have not spoken bad about their fathers. And as they got older, they were able to see whatever it was that was unspoken. Your dad has a lot of resentment, and therefore, is very angry and feels the need to be heard and to be seen in regards to this anger. But you need to find joy. You need to find love, and you if people are in your family are bringing you down and doing this, you have the right to say, I don't really want to hear that, or I'm not comfortable with this conversation, or this isn't really what I wanted to know, or just taking that initiative, taking the power back and saying, hey, in a nice way, shut the fuck up, I didn't ask for this. If you can't shut the fuck up, then I will just go about my business and not talk to you. And it's hard to cut out family, but when they are more on the balance scale of non-beneficial than beneficial, it's something that you need to do to take your power back and to remember that you don't have to be subjected to that. You don't have to. A lot of people feel obligated to listen to what their family has to say about them and be subjected to awful, terrible things. I've never understood that, because I don't let people talk to me like that. I did it for a long time. I put up with it, and I don't do it anymore. Don't care, I don't care. I'm not going to play nice just because so-and-so wants to, we need to be at these family functions together. I don't need it. Hey, Nicole, what's going on? We're just doing some card readings, and I was talking a little bit about boundaries with family members. and how Karen needs to find joy again. Karen needs to focus on Karen and find joy again. That's about it for you. Mom on her deathbed asked me to look after him. I get it. I totally get it. I understand. He's not your responsibility, though. He really isn't. He's not your responsibility. Yeah. He's not your responsibility. When my dad had a stroke, I dropped everything. You know, my dad had a stroke. My brother took him to the hospital, blah, blah, blah. They transferred him. And I had to make decisions because I was the oldest and I was the one there. And so he had to be intubated because he was violent and he was not very cognizant, and we thought we were going to lose him. Well, he lost all of his ability to function on one side of his body, and I looked deep in my heart and I was like, I cannot give up my life for his. I cannot give up my life for his. So I had to find a solution to it. Right? So me and my sister got together. Me and my sister stayed with him every day. We were there at the hospital while he was in the hospital. Every day we were there with them while they were, you know, doing everything that they needed for him. We stayed with him around the clock. And we got him into a facility. We got him on, you know, we got him taken care of. It was really hard. And then he started to turn around. He started, you know, to do these things. But what I had to realize was he was not my responsibility. I was not obligated to take care of him. I found somewhere that he would be safe. I found somewhere he would be taken care of long term. And I was not solely responsible for him. Now my brother stepped in and took him out of everything that we had done and made me look like this terrible, evil person because I didn't drop my whole life to take care of him. But I did what was in our best interest, both mine and his, at the time. I did what I felt was right. I had to release the obligation that it was my responsibility to take care of him. When my mother was passing, I hadn't spoken to my mother in years. And I was there. I took care of her. Me and my sister took care of her when she was on her deathbed. And, you know, I felt like it was my responsibility. But in the end, even though I felt like it was my responsibility, it was not my responsibility. The reason why I felt like it was my responsibility, I felt like it was an obligation to her that I owed her, or this was the other part of it, I wanted her to love me and accept me. And so I had an ulterior motive behind that. So when it came to my dad, I was like, nope. I am not looking for acceptance. I'm going to do what's in our best interest, because I know that I have kids, I have, you know, a business, I have all this stuff. I don't have the physical or mental or financial capacity to take care of my dad. And I knew that as a reality. So I let go of it. I let go of that obligation. And I did what I could do. Some people think I'm a terrible daughter because of it. Some people don't understand, you know, but I did what I felt was best. And that was that. My dad has since, he's with my brother, and there have been some complications there, but it's not my business. I'm not going to step in and try to save anybody. I'm not going to step in and try to do, because I realized with my mom, I just wanted her love. I just wanted her acceptance. I just wanted her to recognize me and the person that I am. And it wasn't until probably, I think it was the night before she passed away, because she passed away in the afternoon on July 5th. It wasn't until the night before she passed away, she said, "I love you. I have always loved you. And I'm so proud of you." It was the night before she passed away. She told me she was proud of me. And I looked at her and I said, I've been waiting my whole entire life to hear those words. How dare you tell me this when you're gonna die? I've been waiting for you to be my mother my whole entire life. And you tell me this right before you die. How dare you? I was so angry. I finally got that recognition that I wanted, but I was so angry because it was genuine. Her love, I could feel it in that moment. For a split second, I could feel how proud she was. I could feel her love. I could feel her. And then she was gone. She was gone. And I realized in that moment that, I realized in that moment that I needed to release all of that need for validation, that need for acceptance, that need for love. I needed to find that within myself, because I had been wanting it for my whole life. I had been just wanting to hear her say those words. I was so angry when she died. I was so angry. I was like, how dare you? How dare you? You fucking bitch. You did it again. You came in and you did it again. You came in and you dropped a bombshell and then you left. Just like that. That was what she was known for. It was just coming into a situation, dropping these bombshells and taking off and leaving us with these pieces to try to fit together. And I was so angry. And I didn't want to do that with my dad. I didn't want to put myself in a situation where I was doing something because I needed acceptance and validation. Because I need to find that within myself, I needed to find that within myself. Oh, Karen, it's fine. It's fine. I'm an emotional being. I am not afraid to talk about things that, are still painful. I'm not afraid to share my vulnerability with all of you. These are things I had to learn about myself. And, if it helps you to feel seen, if it helps you to know that you're not alone, I'm not worried about it. But, it's important that you realize what motivates you to do certain things. Because, I took care of her when she was dying. I was there when she died. I was the one, me and my sister's always been she's always been by my side. And I got what I wanted, right? But it just made me more angry, because it was like, how could you just say that and then just leave again, you know? And the other day I was watching someone who was processing their mother's, death. And what they said is, a lot of the times I hold myself back because of a dead person's voice. It struck me to my core. It struck me to my core, because what they said was, I hear this voice and it's talking to a version of me that no longer exists. It's talking to a version of me. It's coming from a version of someone that is no longer existing. And I have to realize that that voice does not exist. And it just struck me, because the voice that I hear that tells me that, I'm never going to finish anything, I'll never be anything, I won't accomplish anything, I'm just crazy, I'll never be loved, I'm unlovable. That voice coming from that person no longer exists. It doesn't. And that version of myself that was hearing it no longer exists. Good morning, Danny. And what that person said was, you've got to be able to grieve the relationship that you never had. Everybody, when I see people that have a good relationship with their parents, it's really hard for me to process. I'm just like, how are you able to have that kind of relationship with your mom? Like, y'all hang out, y'all like spend a lot of time together, you do things together, she's encouraging, like, how does that work? And so when I was watching this person, they said one of the things they had to do was grieve the relationship that they would never have with their parent. And that struck me like, there's a lot of grieving that has to go on. There's so many steps to the process. And, it's a continual process. Grieving is a continual process. It goes on and on and on. There are moments where I still grieve my grandmother. There are moments, and it's been a very long time, What are you doing? Oh, I'm just babbling. I'm just babbling. It's quite sad. I think she compares me to my brother. Took a long time. Ones like you have helped me a lot. No more fucks to be given. Yeah. A lot of the times we seek this outside validation. We seek this outside confirmation of, I'm a good mom, I'm a good person, I'm a good daughter, I'm a good this, I'm a good that, I'm a good label, whatever. And we keep these toxic ass people in our lives because we want that validation from them. And we were programmed to believe that we need to have that validation. No, you don't. You don't have to be subject to somebody who's an asshole in your family. You don't have to go to all of the family get-togethers if you don't want to go. You don't have to. I always say, if you feel obligated to do something, look at why you feel obligated to do it. Look at it. Look at why and how you feel obligated. And then let that obligation go. A lot of the times we are in resistance because we feel obligated. Or we're the opposite. We move towards it because we feel obligated, because we don't value our time, our energy, and ourselves over someone else. That's the biggest thing. And that's why I said, Karen, you need to you need to find joy for you. You need to find and give yourself that love, that joy, that validation, you know, and release all of that other stuff. I don't know why we care about what other people think. You know, I don't know how or why that was ingrained into us, but it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter what other people think. They don't pay your bills. They don't house you. They don't feed you. They don't, you know, who cares what they think? Wish I didn't wait till I was 38. Danny, you know, I am, the older I get, the less fucks I give, or the less room I have for fucks to give. I think we become more comfortable with who we are, and we have, it's like we have this longing to be who we want to be. We finally realize, especially those of us who have had children very young, it's like we stop, our life stops when we have children. And then we are like, wait a minute, where did I go? You know? Where did I go? All I am is, you know, up feeding kids in the middle of the night, or I'm out tending to all the chores, or I'm, you know, doing this, or I'm doing that, or I'm working all these hours at a job I don't like. We get to a point when we get older where we're just like, you know what? I don't fucking care anymore. I don't. I've been putting up with this bullshit for so long. It's like we reached this point where it's just like, I don't care. And it's not that we don't care because we're apathetic. It's that we get to a point where we care about ourselves more, and we come back to self. We come back to what we want. I need a tattoo that says no fucks given. Yeah. It's hard to get to that place, though. Danny, look how long it took you to get to that place, to let go of the fear, to let go of the fear of rejection, to let go of the fear of, you know, that role of trying to balance and fix everybody, and, you know, all of that. It's really hard to get to that point where it's just like, you know what, me and mine matter most. Me and mine matter most. And I matter most of all, because without me, mine won't grow, you know? I have to water myself. I have to love myself. I have to give myself what I want. And a lot of times we don't know what we want. It's like, all I know is changing diapers, feeding kids, making dinner, and going and, you know, doing this and that. And it's like, where am I in all of that? Where do I find time for myself? How do I, you know, express what I want? We lose ourselves. Do we have to pay for a card pull if you're still doing them? No, I was just pulling cards. For me, it is who I am now, because my prior self was real mean and effed up. But yes, now at 46, I go through moments of being overwhelmed by others' actions, but then I don't give a fuck. My prior self was mean and effed up. Tanya, I was too. I was a really, 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 really mean person. I mean, I got this tattoo on my chest to remind me of how I was. And one day I'll explain that tattoo. But I was a very, very violent person. I was a very passive-aggressive person. I was a very, very mean person. I was a very mean person. I intentionally hurt people because they hurt me. or my kids. I intentionally went out of my way to make their lives very hard. And I didn't care. I didn't care. I was a very mean person. Very, 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 very hateful, very resentful, very vengeful, very, yeah. I was also I was very stuck in victim mentality a lot. But yeah, I was a very angry person for a very long time because of everything that I had went through growing up. Melissa, wait, who was that? Megan, if you would like a card, just let me know. Anyone else who's watching, if you'd like a card, just let me know. I'm kind of just babbling about stuff now. But yeah, I was a really angry person for a very long time. My oldest son remembers a lot of that, and he's very much, whenever he feels that energy around me, he's very much like, you can see him get very alerted to it. Yeah. I was a very, very mean person. When I was a teenager, I would go out of my way to fight people, men, women, didn't matter, adults, guys, girls, didn't matter. Yeah, anyone that looked at me the wrong way, I wore combat boots for a reason. Yeah, I was a very mean person. Okay, we have Nicole. What does Nicole need to know right now? 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 I have come so far. Jessica, I have come so far. Nicole. Let's use this deck here. I can't wait to use my own cards to do these, card pulls. I'm so excited. I can't wait. When I sent them to my sister to review, she was like, "These are so beautiful," and I was like, "I created that." All right, Nicole. Looks like you're overthinking some things, Nicole. You're getting ready to make a really, really big move. And you're super excited about it. You need to breathe through it. I think you're overthinking a lot of things. Nicole, I don't know if you're trying for a child. I don't know if you're trying for a child right now. Are you trying for a child right now? You're overthinking something, and you're about to make a big step. You're about to make a big move, and it's kind of overwhelming. You just need to breathe through it. There's a lot of information coming down. There's a lot of inspiration. There's a lot of things that are coming down for you. The reason why I asked if you are, because I see a child. So I didn't know if you were trying for one or if you are with one already. No, not yet. 3 months. 3 months. If you're wanting to, yeah, if you're wanting to have a child, it looks like not yet, but 3 months. If you're trying, keep trying, and 3 months. Whatever it is that you're overthinking, you need to really, 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 really try to pull back on that. There's a lot of creating going on. There's a lot of there is a lot of information coming through to you. Whatever it is, the next step that you're being asked to take, it's gonna be a really good one for you. You're just getting overwhelmed with everything, it looks like. Yeah, 3 months, 3 weeks. I don't think 3 years. But it looks like there's a possibility for a child. There's a possibility for a child. And then, all of that information, inspiration that you're getting, write it all down. That way you don't overwhelm yourself, because there's so much going on. There's so much going on. There's a lot going on. Are you still, are you offering card readings? Are you offering readings? Because they're saying it's time for you to offer readings if you're not already doing that in some way, shape, or form, to start doing that. I don't know what you're planning, what your next move is, but it's very important that you take it. You take that next step. Let's see. Bum bum bum. Oh no, my messages disappeared. Let me look at this. Danny, are you still here? Let's get one for you. Yeah, it's time to start offering. Danny, what does Danny need to know? You're welcome. That's funny. Unexpected changes. Unexpected changes. Okay. So it looks like you're working on letting go of a lot of fear. That, you know, the illusion that you're trapped and feeling, you're working on releasing all of that. It's probably what the no fucks given is about. You're releasing all of the fear. There's going to come up a situation where it's going to be a sudden and abrupt change, and it's going to throw you into that cycle. What you're going to do is you're going to know that everything's going to work out. You're going to know that you are right where you need to be, and you're going to trust that everything is going to work out for your highest and best. You've been doing a lot of work around letting go of fear. Like, you've been doing a lot of work. All of these are just about letting go of worry and fear, understanding the truth of a situation, letting go of the illusion of being trapped, letting go of, other people's control over the way that you think. You're becoming free. And you have all of this information coming back to you. It looks like your intuition, you're merging more and listening to your intuition more often. You are getting a lot of truth coming up that you've been seeking for a while. There's a lot going on with you because of the work that you've been doing. But there is a situation that is going to be coming up that is going to test how far you have come. Remember my words when this situation comes up, okay? You are protected, you are supported, you are not, you have not caused anything to happen. This is just like it's like the cycle is coming back around to see if you're done with that fear energy. And I can see that you've been doing so much work around that. So I just want to give you that heads up, because you don't need to fall back into all of that. You've come all of this is telling me you have come a very long way from where you were. And don't fall back into that. Don't fall back into that illusion. Don't fall back into that fear. Don't fall back into that lack of confidence. Because they're telling me like you're getting your confidence back and you're starting to recognize, a lot more activity. And that's a very big step for you. So they're just telling me that they support you, and everything is going to work out for you, and they're very proud of you taking your power back. Like, yeah. So when that thing comes up, remember what I said. Okay. Let's see who else. It's over here on the other one. Sorry, I should have grounded before I got on here. I have been trying to work through things by myself. I reached a huge goal dream of mine and have been taking a rest. If you feel drawn to something I don't see, I would like some guidance. I reached a huge goal dream of mine and have been taking a rest. You deserve that rest. You deserve that rest. You deserve that rest. Especially when you are doing so much work on yourself by yourself, and then you hit that goal, you accomplish that dream. Yes, you deserve rest. A lot of the times we beat ourselves up because we take rest it's really, really important that you rest and that you're not put to rest. Because I don't listen to my guides when they tell me to rest. I'm like, I'm resting, and I'm here, and I'm still working on this or that, because I'm always doing stuff. Or I'm on my phone, somebody's in my inbox, and we're working on something together, or I'm running frequencies. Like, I don't really rest. And then I'll be taken out for a few days where I can't do anything. It makes me nauseous to look at the screen, or my body's weak, or I have a migraine and I'm out, and it's because I don't rest. So resting is good and well deserved. Always allow yourself to rest. I'm gonna do Jessica, and then Karen, I'm gonna do you before I end, so don't worry about that, okay? So Jessica, what does Jessica need to know right now? Jessica. I'm so proud of you that you reached your goal. Like, I'm so proud of you that you're doing the thing, whatever it is. I want you to know, like, I'm proud of you. I love you. And when I see other people succeed, it's so amazing. So I hope you know I'm proud of you. Jessica. Oh my gosh, Jessica, I have a song for you. It goes, don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. Your true colors are shining through. What song is that? I see your true colors are shining through. Don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. That's why we love you. Let's see. Reward yourself for all your hard work. Are you giving yourself what you desire? Are you allowing yourself to do things that you want to do? Are you rewarding yourself for all of the great things that you are, for being a great mom, for being a great, what did you call it? Chicken harvester, chicken. Remember when we had our conversation, you said something about the next day we're gonna do chicken something. Have you given yourself a reward? Are you rewarding yourself for all the great things you do? True colors, Cyndi Lauper. Yes. True colors, Cyndi Lauper. Butcher. That's it. Chicken butcher. Are you rewarding yourself for all the great things that you do? For being a great mother, for being a great chicken butcher, for being able to work with your pendulum. I'm so proud of you and what you do with that pendulum. Have you been practicing with it? I really hope you have been. There's a part of you that's starting to wake up. I see this part of you that's starting to wake up, and you're starting to recognize really beautiful things about yourself. It's kind of scary for you. It's almost like it's almost like all of the things that you're recognizing about yourself, you don't know if you're having a hard time with the truth of them. And I want you to know that being yourself is the best thing that you could be. being who you are and who you want to be and expressing yourself and being that person that says, you know what, fuck that, I'm not doing that. Or you know what, this is fucking great, I'm gonna keep doing it. Or, all right, that didn't work out, so what the fuck am I gonna do now? And exploring all of that and allowing yourself and praising yourself for getting up in the morning and butchering chickens, and praising yourself for being able to get that pendulum to give you the accuracy that you got, and praising yourself, rewarding yourself. You need to do more of that. You need to recognize all of the beautiful things that you're doing and stop beating yourself up about the things that you're not. There's this beautiful part of you that is starting to blossom, and it's in the very beginning stages of starting to blossom, and it's a little bit scary, and some days you feel it and some days you don't, and that's just part of being human, man. That's just part of being human. Sometimes we feel like being a beautiful flower, and sometimes we feel like we're in the mud, you know? Allowing yourself to be okay with being in the mud, allowing yourself to blossom the way you need to blossom, and giving yourself the praise that you really need is wonderful. It's really, really, really where you're at right now. And I don't know if you know that song, The True Colors by Cyndi Lauper. I don't know if that means anything to you, but that was the song. As soon as I pulled your cards, like that came up. So what that tells me is like you're learning to express who you really are without hiding who you really are. And the more that you love yourself for who you are, the more it's going to blossom and the more transformation you're going to see. So give yourself more praise than you have been. You are very critical on yourself. I'm the same way. Love yourself and give yourself space and give yourself recognition and praise yourself, because you can hear it from all these other people, but you have to give it to you so you will believe it as your truth. Okay? All right. That's what I got for you. Let's see. Tanya Randolph. Okay. Tanya. What does Tanya need to know right now? What does Tanya need to know right now? What does Tanya need to know right now? You're welcome, Jessica. You're welcome. You're welcome. I can't wait to see I can't wait to see you just blossom. I can't wait to see it. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Let's see. Tanya. I appreciate you and your support. Oh, that one jumped out for you. Oh no, we don't need challenges. We don't. Well. Uh-oh. Okay. So there's a situation that is arising. This situation is one you've been through before. This is not your first rodeo with this situation, and you, it's time to rewrite the story. It's time to recognize the pattern and break the cycle. It's time to move on from it. Oh God, is it a relationship? Is it a relationship? Yeah, there's a pattern that's coming up. It's a cyclical pattern, and it's not your first rodeo with it. Okay? It feels new. It's not new. It's a cycle. I feel like you already know that it's a cycle. I feel like you already understand that it's part of a cycle that needs to be broken. There's a story that keeps repeating, and you have the opportunity to break that cycle and change that story. There's also something legal. I see something legal going on. Which is going to be very, is going to put you in like a vulnerable position. You need to breathe through it, and you need to realize that you need to breathe through it, and you need to realize that you're not the person that you were before when you went through this cycle. Yeah, because this is not unfamiliar to you. But you have the ability to change the story. You have the ability to change the cycle. Hello, Dee Dee. Hi, Froggish. How's it going? We're just pulling some cards. But it looks like you're aware of this. It looks like you're aware of this because you've been connecting with your heart. You've been connecting with your mind. You've been connecting and meditating on this situation. So just breathe, and there's a lot of things that are going to come out regarding what's going on. You don't have to force it. It's going to just flow. Let's see. The next one is... Taylor, are you still here? Oh, you just ask for a card, and I'm gonna try to get to everyone I can. But I want to make sure that they're here. Let's see. I'm waiting on Taylor. I just got an email from my my son, we put him in a program where he can work at his own pace to get his diploma, and because he has 8 credits that he needs to get. And if y'all don't know, like, my son and I have been through some stuff together. And he came back. It's like we weren't talking to each other. He moved out, then he came back, and then we moved over to here, and then he had to start a new school. And then before, like a few days before he was starting the new school, they hadn't been able to transfer his records over to get him to start on time, and I was having a hard time. And the counselor suggested that he go to this program where he can work at his own pace, because he has a hard time. He's dyslexic. He has a couple of different learning disabilities. So anyway, they told him that he could be in this class to work at his own pace. And he just finished his first credit. And he's 3 days into this program. He just finished his first credit. And the teacher is blown away about how diligent he is working and how much he's accomplishing in the little bit of time that he's been there. So it's just like, wow. It's like, wow. I don't see Taylor, so let's go ahead and move on to Karen. All right, Karen. Yeah, me and my youngest son have a lot of healing work that we are doing together, and we don't usually see eye to eye, but I had to learn that I choose love, and by choosing love, I choose not to have someone in my life that is going to treat me a certain way. So once he got old enough, I told him, I'm sorry, but you're going to treat me this way. You're going to have to leave. And he did. He went out on his own, and then he came back. And we've since worked through a lot of the stuff that we had issues with. And it's really important for him to get an education. So this program was like, it was like wonderful that it's just everything he needed to be able to complete school. And so, yeah. All right, what does Karen need to know right now? Karen, what does Karen need to know right now? I keep losing connect. I'm sorry. So, sure, I can pull one for you. I have a little bit of a list going, but I can certainly get to you. Are you here, Karen? Your internal guidance is coming through loud and clear. Your consciousness is expanding. You've been doing a lot of work to expand your consciousness. You're receiving a lot of inspiration. And there's one thing that I want to point out. It's like you are learning how to take the higher view. You're learning how to look at things differently, and I want you to understand that being being an empath, being someone who is compassionate, does not equal allowing people to shit on you. There's a story you keep telling yourself, and you need to let that story go. There's a story that you keep hearing that people are validating for you. You need to let that story and those people go. There's some people around you and you feel like they are your, your birds of a feather, so to speak. You feel like they are your people. However, they're validating the bullshit story you're telling yourself. So that story needs to have a new, that story needs to be renewed, or it even needs to be just deleted altogether. And those people that are validating that bullshit story, they need to go. They are not your friends. Being compassionate and kind and loving does not equal being a doormat. It does not equal allowing people to shit on you. It does not equal continually letting people treat you the way you don't like to be treated. Okay? That's one of the things that's coming up, is you're allowing other people to tell you about you, because you don't want to be seen as like a certain way. I just keep hearing that they're not your people. And yeah, that's basically what I got for you. Is you keep telling yourself this story, and these people keep validating it for you. I don't know if it's a story that I can't trust. I've moved away from a toxic situation. I know I deserve better. Good. Yes. 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 Do you feel guilty about moving away from that? Because here it says walk away from dishonest associations and things of that nature, but it's upside down, almost as though you feel guilty about moving on from that situation. So, I share my own, relevance to whatever it, you might be going through. Because what they're showing me is my ex-best friend. My ex-best friend. And, I thought this person was going to be in my life forever. This person was like my, like we were two peas in a pod. Like we saw each other for who we were and accepted each other. And this person was so close to me. The closest anyone has ever been. When I stopped associating with this person, it was harder than when I got divorced. It was harder than when me and my ex split up. It was really, really hard. And I felt guilty, and I felt some type of way when I had to cut the connection. And it was, I mean, I felt all kinds of things like, why did this have to happen? What did I do wrong? How did I mess this up? You know, but all along I knew that I deserved better, and that was the reason why I needed to cut this relationship that I was like, I tried to hold on to for so long. And then I would beat myself up because I felt guilty about not being in the relationship. And then I was like, well, why are you feeling guilty? Because they did this and this and this. Don't forget this and this and this. And it was just this vicious cycle. It was, I even like changed a whole bunch of things and just kind of disappeared in the background because of this. Not gonna. This has to do with work. Oh, okay. I get it. Just what I'm hearing is that you're making the right decision, you're doing the right thing, and you know, you don't have to subject yourself to that type of treatment. You know, you don't have to subject yourself to that type of treatment. Maybe an abandonment issue. That's what it was for me. It was definitely feeling guilty about abandoning that person. It was so much. But what I'm hearing is that you don't have to put up with that. So I'm really glad that you've moved on from that situation. You're walking away from it. And it's okay if sometimes you kind of look back at it, but just keep moving forward away from it because you do deserve better. Let's see. Megan, it's your turn. Megan says, I want to know if I will ever achieve the thing I've been trying to do. Yeah, I know, my peppery hair. I need a haircut. It's kind of, you can't see it because the thing is black, but it like sticks out. Here, I'll put it. See? It like sticks out on the side. Yeah, it's just confirmation that it was a good idea for you to get away from people that don't deserve your time, your energy. Oh, you said chair. I saw hair. See? You said chair. It's my chair and my hair. They all match. I thought you said hair. I'm dyslexic, so I probably just didn't see the... Oh well, whatever. Megan wants to know what... Will I ever achieve the thing that I've been trying to do for the last year? You will achieve it. That's a given. But when do we want to achieve it? What is stopping Megan from achieving the thing that they've been trying to do for the last year? Oh, wow. Okay. Megan. Are you trying to travel? Okay. Okay, so I see that you're going to be traveling. I don't know if you're trying to travel, if you're trying to go somewhere, but I see you being successful in traveling. It looks like there has been some delays in what you're trying to accomplish, but the delays are going to be coming to an end. When are you trying to travel? Is it... Let me look at the calendar. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is it in October you're trying to travel? Are you trying to travel in October? Move? Are you trying to move in October? I just get 7, so we don't want 7 months, we don't want 7 years, so I was looking at what 7 weeks looks like. Whatever this is, it's really difficult for you. It's really difficult for you to believe that you can create it, and that's kind of where it's coming from. What is stopping you from doing it or achieving it is you. You're stopping yourself. So it looks like, okay, so if you're trying to travel by the end of the year, I keep getting October. I don't know if you have to put in for something in October to start the process or anything like that, but I keep getting like October things are going to shift for you. You need to be disciplined in whatever you're trying to do. But the only thing that's keeping you holding you back is you. You not believing that you're able to accomplish it. You not seeing yourself being able to do it. There's a lot of things that are going to start changing for you in October. That's another October card. Yeah, there's some things that are going to be shifting for you in October. Are you going to like apply to travel in October? Something about restrictions or something like that. You're worried about restrictions. There's a lot of fear around the unknown. But it looks like you're going to be able to accomplish it. Like, I'll show you. I got the Chariot, which is an end to delays. And then I got the Wheel. And on this one specifically, it says travel. And then here's the number 10. And here's a 7 for 7 weeks. And what else? It seems like there's been a lot of like ups and downs, like things were not harmonizing and weren't working out. But it looks like things are going to shift in October. You should be able to travel by the end of the year. The only thing that's stopping you is you. All right, let's see. I think that's it, except for Froggish. It's kind of a trap, but to me it makes so much sense. You don't have to believe. But okay. You're welcome. I don't know. I just deliver the messages. I don't know how they work. Just tell you what I see. Okay, Froggish, are you still here? You're going to be my last one. And for those of you who don't already follow me or have not subscribed, if you like this, like hanging out with me, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the subscribe, follow, like, whatever it is. Tonight I'm going to try. It's my goal. Tonight I want to do a crystal live. And so you can look at my pretties, maybe buy some. I'm also offering a session or a course right now. It's not really a session. It's not really a course. It's an activation. I'm offering an activation for third eye where I'm going to go in and activate your third eye, teach you how to practice with your third eye, and clear out your third eye, as well as some other stuff. So if you're interested in that, it's $55. That is next week. Maybe I'll put the link somewhere or something like that. I don't know where it is right now, but send me a message if you're interested in that. It's $55.55. It's next Wednesday, the 22nd. And then tonight, if you want to hang out, we're going to be doing crystals. Let's see. Froggish. What does Froggish need to know right now? When is that? Tonight I'm going to do the crystal live, and then next Wednesday, the 22nd, is when I'll be doing the third eye activation, clearing, and practices. You can send me a message either on Facebook or YouTube, and I can get you that information. What are you waiting for? That's the first thing that comes up. What are you waiting for? The wait is over. The wait is over. It's time to move on. The wait is over. What are you waiting for? You know, you've been stuck in this position between which way am I going to go? It's time to make the decision. It's time to make the decision. It's time to release the old and go with the new. It's time to move forward. Follow your passions. Whatever you're creating, you need to move forward with it. What are you creating? What are you doing right now? What are you calling in? There's something that you're creating that it's ready. You're ready to release it. You're ready to all of the work that you've put into it. It's ready. It's ready. Put it in. It's done baking in the oven. Put it out there for people to eat, so you can get compensated for it. You've been kind of in this in between space. It's time to move forward. It's time to let go. It's time to release and move forward. That all of this is around just letting something go so you can make room for something more. Are you keeping this up as a video after so I can come back to it? Yes, I will. Hey Matt, how's it going? Mwah, mwah, mwah. I hope you're doing well, friend. I hope you're doing well. You caught me at the very end. I just finished Froggish's reading, and I'm gonna go ahead and go. Bye, Manda. Have a good day. Yep, so that's what I got for you, is let go of this that you've been holding on to and move forward. You've been in this middle ground it's time to take action and get out of that. Whatever you have been creating, it's time to share it with everyone. I don't know if you're an artist or something like that, or I have no idea. But it's time. It's time to share what you have been creating. All right. Well, that's it. We've been here for 2 hours almost. I love you too, Jess. Mwah! So thank you everyone who yeah, I just saw a drawing. Like I just saw like that you were possibly an artist or something like that. So thank y'all for hanging out with me. I appreciate you. I'll be back later with crystals if you want to buy some crystals or just hang out with me while I talk about crystals. I'll do that tonight. You're welcome. You're welcome, Froggish. And then if you're interested in my third eye activation session, that for 55, you can send me a message and I'll get you that information. I love y'all so much. I'm so very proud of each and every one of you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Keep dreaming the best dreams, friends.